What were you thinking in your few days before you came to Montenegro? Where were you at mentally?
I was frustrated. I was worried when the next sales were going to come through. Been working hard, plugging away, lots of outreach, and just felt like the momentum wasn't there. And a month later, it's been the best month I've had this year, so feeling pretty good about it.
What's some of the experiences you've had here in Montenegro? Some of the highlights?
Mate, it's been swimming, it's been being in nature, being up at the farm with the guys, boxing, learning how to box, take a few punches to the head.
How about that butcher that barbecues the meat for you as well?
Yeah, they love me in there. I walk in there, like, they say some Montenegrin stuff to me, and I'm just like, yeah, what's up? A kilo of meat, please.
Yeah. Some good training as well. Any highlight, anything jump out to you on the training side?
Yeah, so arrived probably a little bit over my optimal weight, down 2 kg now, feeling strong, still got a way to go, but back on track, man. Got good momentum. It's been awesome to train with someone. Yeah,
legs are hissing.
Legs of power, man. I feel on the road to 200 kg soon.
Up at the village, everyone's sort of thinking about, how am I going to have a village? What am I like? What events are we going to go to? What event are we going to do next? Where are we going to be meeting up 3 years from now?
Yeah.
Like, what are your thoughts around that going forward? Like those physical locations and face-to-face events.
Yeah, I mean, like, this year's been awesome for meeting people online. Like, I've met and made friends with an incredible network through Zoom calls. It's been great, and then obviously coming here and having that face-to-face contact has just elevated everything. And it's like the energy you feel as a man being surrounded by other fucking men who are going after shit is like uncomparable, and I feel literally unstoppable to some degree. You know, it's like you get this feeling of confidence, and you know, anything's really possible. And I'm excited to see what the next couple of years hold for this community, everyone in it, and I'm fucking excited.
The combination of the weather and the places that we went to, the sauna, the food, the dramatic, the waves and everything, and the boxing, the mud, the chaos as well. There's a few minor catastrophes there. It's sort of that. I think that was some of the most sort of invincible moments where it was just like nothing can stop us. Like that's how I was feeling during that event. Just so much positive energy. Everyone buzzing with their ideas. Everyone. I don't think I've felt that much energy around success at an event. I felt a lot of energy around the training and just being good people, but there's like a success vibe in the air there that I haven't really felt before. And Lua adds to it as well up at the village. Like he's a serious serious presence, and he believes, like he's got that belief in things that is contagious as well.
We woke up like the one night, it was like this ridiculous storm and like literally electricity. It was like Thor was outside throwing fucking thunderbolts, blowing shit up. Woke up like just trash everywhere, like the wind had just kind of, flooded the whole farm. And we all just sat around and we were like, all right, what are we doing today? Next thing you know, we're all topless, running through the fucking forest, going for a hike in the rain. And it was like this, it was actually such a, I guess, light bulb moment when you're just there side by side with brothers and, just embracing the elements. And it was a really cool metaphor for business and life and getting out of your comfort zone. And I really feel sort of supported and ready to, just take things up another level. So, yeah.
What's the focus, key next steps, going back to London, finishing out the year strong, maybe South Africa?
Yeah.
What's, athletic, richer, smarter? Like, what are some things that you're going to get done over the next sort of month and a bit?
Yeah, so focus right now is just delivering really epic results for my new clients and my new offer, like really building some awesome testimonials and just getting a constant flow of sales through the door, and just adding as much value as I can through my courses and my educational products. And training, I just want to take that up to another level, keep pushing my squat, get my body fat down, be strong as fuck.
It's been a mission this year. Hey, we've had a lot of time together on calls, and now like cool to get it face to face as well. But I think we've been through that journey of like rejection of self, rejection of business, rejection of success, and successes along the way with that, like things that are working, and then like, do I really want this? And it feels as though now like the brakes are off, and you really just want to get amazing results for people. You're the blocks and things seem to be other way, and it's just like full steam. Let's build solutions, travel the world, conquer, create, and like pure joy, I guess, for the experiences that are coming up. Like,
it's excitement, man. It's excitement for life. It's purpose, I think. And it's also commitment. And I think if I look back to April, I remember thinking I was in South Africa and I was working on the course. I was like, shit, I gotta reach out to Keegs again. You know, it's been a few months. And I mean, that was the start of
we did that all in April, and we were on the phone like every second day. Just, where are we going with this? What's the offer? And I was kind of challenging you on things, and it's like, it's not easy when you're like trying to formulate, okay, where is the value and what are we going to, get this, let's get this in front of some people, and then. But it's not very far back. Think about it. It's only 6 months ago. It was like, well, what are we doing? And now it's think about the month that you've just had. But that's the fight, and the wrestle that you need to go through. You could have just stayed with what you're doing. Your existing business model was working. But what are your thoughts out there for? Because a lot of people aren't living this lifestyle. They're not just about to pop to another country. They're not having these camps and these events. Like guys who are sort of feeling like they're a little bit boxed in. Maybe like your brother's been feeling recently. Like, what are your thoughts for someone who sort of feels a little bit stuck? Maybe they've got a mortgage, maybe they've got debts, maybe they're not doing the thing that they really want to be doing. Like, what are your thoughts for that guy?
Yeah, man. I mean, I was that guy probably exactly a year ago today. I was actually looking at some photos, and I was in my flat in London. I was pretty disillusioned. I was uncomfortable where I was. I mean, I was in my comfort zone, so I knew things like needed to change, and I could feel almost like a closing in. I could feel it felt very unnatural almost to be stuck in the city and living the life I was living, and I just knew it was time to make a jump and take that first step to move out of the UK. And I mean, there's nothing else to say rather than if you feel fear towards it and you feel that there is a block and there's a mountain to overcome, that is generally a good sign to move straight into it. And it wasn't until I took that first jump, I took that step, headed out to Dubai, and just didn't really have a plan and just figured it out on the way. And it's been probably the most challenging year of my life in terms of overcoming fear and stepping up levels and going through challenges. But I can genuinely say it's been the most growth-inducing, it's been the most growth-inducing year of my life, and I feel like I've had maybe like multiple rebirths in 1 year. So it's been awesome, and I genuinely feel when you start overcoming your fears multiple times, it just gets easier and easier and easier, and then you just start to realize, wait, like, what am I being afraid of? And it's like you have this confidence to just try stuff and go after it, and it's like now it's just more of a case of what can I imagine, what can I dream up, and what can I go after. So
you were thinking about doing the work with Paul when we first did the EMC, and you were tuned into some of that, weren't you? Yeah. Because we'd just been in Spain together not too long before that. Then you sort of thought, you saw I was going on that journey with Paul Council. This sort of third round, you got involved, and you've been probably the most, or one of the top 3 most diligent doing that work. Yes. With Paul, you've been asking him questions, you've been having him really like put you under the grill, or on the grill. What any reflections on that last 3 months of mentoring from Paul and around money, business, the mind?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me was my frame of feedback, and the people that were potentially giving me feedback, or what I was looking at previously in my previous business and my previous life, weren't giving me truth and weren't giving me honesty in the feedback that I was able to get. And what I was able to get through Paul and the community was I would put an idea out there, and it would almost be open to being torn to shreds. And not in a malicious way, but more in a way of like, holy, that's where you make the biggest progress, and you actually see the faults in your conditioning.
So models of thinking, though, more so than models of business, right? Like, Absolutely. It wasn't like he was tearing your shreds on your sales page. It was like how you're thinking about business, or how you're thinking about your next steps.
Language, business, patterns of thinking. And it wasn't until someone could point a mirror at me and show me what I was actually saying and what I was thinking, and show me, like that snapped me into a new reality where I could actually say, oh, look at these patterns that are showing up in my life, this conditioning that has happened for years, you know. And it's like been a real journey on really discovering where these patterns were instilled in me through school, through university, through everything like that. So being able to have that frame change through Paul, through Keegs, through the community has been like absolutely life-changing. And you know, there's lots of work to do, like so much patterning to unravel, but the process has started, and I'm excited to see where that goes.
Yeah, there's no one thing. That's the cool thing about it. Like we're working on the creating the training environment, running the events, connecting you up with other people. I know you've done some important work with Dan DePower. There's so many things, connected up with Jay and that connection. Like there's no one thing that's going to be transformative within this, but I find it almost impossible to stay stuck in a life that you don't want if you show up, if you come to an event, if you have conversations with other people, if you're going through that material. There's a lot of it that's within the $97 a year thing. People can be diving into Paul's content and such. So this is what I wanted to create, like it where if someone knows that the common path is not for them, that there is something that they can do so that they can try a catalyst to start something else. Because I've been stuck and down and out as well, where I don't know how to make a life that I actually want to live. And it's so cool that we're getting to live this now. And thanks so much for coming to Montenegro, brother. And just the beginning of a new chapter.
Yeah, man, excited, brother. Thank you for everything, honestly. It's like changed my life, so thank you, Keys.